What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Y'all happy Tuesday and welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Y'all bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right, all right. So it's good to see y'all. Happy Tuesday. I have missed y'all. Last week was not a good week, so I really had to take some time for me. So I'm back this week, but I got some good topics that I want to discuss starting this month. Um, But anyway, but before I do anything, y'all know I always have to do my mental health check-ins because I gotta make sure my babies are straight. I gotta make sure y'all are good. I gotta make sure your mental is good. I gotta make sure your physical is good, like your emotional, your spiritual. Like I gotta do my mental health check-ins. But again, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Interrupted. Of course, y'all know it's your girl Ash bringing y'all another hot juicy topic. But tonight, this is it's not gonna be a very, very, very long show, just the introduction to what I'm gonna be discussing these next few weeks. I will let you know it may be a little triggering for some, but we are definitely getting into those family secrets. Like, how many of us have them? So that's how we're kicking off tonight. Just an introduction, like I say, to the conversation, the topics for this month. And like I said, I'm really getting down into the meat and potatoes of things because it's really time for us to start having these conversations, especially when it comes to black family secrets and molestation, incest, things of those natures. But it is imperative for us to start pulling the band-aids off so we can start to heal. But before we jump into tonight's conversation, hey sis, hey my baby, and our Saints won Sunday, yay! So let me address something very quickly before I do my mental health check-in. So let me say this: I've been seeing a lot of people down here tussling in these comments about this Super Bowl. I'm gonna address this one time and one time only, and I'm gonna be done with it. Let me say this. As much as I love Lil Wayne, and Lord knows I do, I have been a fan since he was just a little bitty little somebody with the Hot Boys. Y'all are arguing and y'all are mad at the wrong people. The Super Bowl has been played in New Orleans 11, 12 times. 12 times I want to say. And not one time has anybody complained about who's performed at the halftime show. Where is there a guide that says you got in order to if you're from that hometown, you have to be designated to play in a Super Bowl. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about that. But I'm gonna say this. Instead of down here tussling in these comments, let's pray for the city. Let's pray for Louisiana. Let's pray for Florida. Let's pray for everybody along the coast because Hurricane Francine is on its way to make landfall. That's what we need to be focused on. We need to start sending up prayers for everybody along the coast. I'm praying for my people here in Texas. I'm praying for my people in Louisiana, praying for my people in Florida, Mississippi, everyone along the coast. So that's who I'm praying for. I don't care who's performing at the Super Bowl. I don't care because I won't be there. Y'all around here tussling and arguing and going on. And we just lost James Earl Jones yesterday. And y'all still mad about who performing at the Super Bowl? We lost a legend yesterday. We got a hurricane coming. We got a debate going on with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris right now. And y'all are out here tussling about who gonna perform at the Super Bowl. Y'all need to find something else better to do. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about the Super Bowl. I don't care who's performing, just as long as we get a good halftime show. I don't care who's playing in the Super Bowl. Would I love to see my team in the Super Bowl? Absolutely. That's what I would really love to see. I would love to see the Saints in the Super Bowl playing in New Orleans. But y'all around here tussling because Lil Wayne and y'all, I'm done with it. Y'all keep tussling, y'all keep fighting, arguing, whatever it is that you do, and Imma keep living my life. Because guess what? Them celebrities don't know me. They not paying not one bill in my house. Whoever makes it to the Super Bowl, I don't know them people, and them people don't know me. So and that's all Imma say about that. I just wanna throw that out there real quick. Absolutely. My sister was like, "Yay." Absolutely. So everyone that's tuned in, please send up prayers to everyone along the coast. Hurricane Francine is due to make landfall. Is it tomorrow, I believe? But let's pray. Let's pray for everyone that is in the path of this hurricane. Because we've already experienced enough devastation. We don't want to experience anymore. So I send up an abundance of love, prayers to everyone on the coast. Like I said, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, parts of Texas. Let's pray that there's minimal damage. Let's pray that by the time it makes landfall, it's not a category 2 hurricane. Let's pray that it slows down and that they just get some rain and it passes on. So my love, my prayers to everyone on the coast. Absolutely, Black and Gold to the Super Bowl. I would love that. If we play the way that we played on Monday, we very well. I mean, on Sunday, we could. We just have to stay consistent. That's all. And yes, I'm a diehard Saints fan, and some of y'all don't like to hear the truth, but I said what I said. Okay. And no, Derek Carr is not the answer. He's still hot trash. So, anywho, Yoshi talking about yes. Okay. All right. So before we jump in into tonight's conversation, y'all know I always have to do my mental health check-ins. Like I say, check in. And shout out to everyone. Let me say this to y'all. Thank you so much for taking care of your mental. Thank you so much for putting you first. Thank you so much for setting boundaries. Thank you so much for dropping those liabilities and recruiting your assets. So anyone, like I said, yesterday was Monday, Mental Monday. Thank you to everyone that commented on my post. I wanted you to check in. I wanted to know how you're doing because I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know that you are appreciated. I want you to know that you are needed. You are wanted. We want you here on this side with us. We don't want you to suffer in silence. To my fellas, please know that I'm always praying for your mental. You do not have to sit in the dark. Like I told my brother yesterday, my DMs are always open. If you just need me to listen to you, please hit me up. I don't want you to suffer alone. I don't want you to feel like whatever it is that you're going through, you have to deal with it by yourself. Let me be your support system. Let me be the ear. Let me be the shoulder. So this is why I do these mental health check-ins. Because again, you don't know what a person is going through. You see a person that smiles all the time and is really hurting and crying behind closed doors, and we don't know. But to my ladies, you're not by yourself. You guys know you always have a safe space right here on Black Girl Interrupted. So if you are suffering, if you need an ear, if you need me to help talk you down off the ledge, hit me up. I want you, you're not by yourself. Please, please, please don't feel that you are. Regardless of what I'm going through, I promise I will make time to just sit and listen to you. If you need to cry, if whatever it is that you need to do, hit me up. I promise you. I love you. I pray for you, and I pray that whatever storm that you're going through, I pray that it soon comes to pass. So yes, y'all, let me jump in. Let me do my mental health check-in real quick because I do want to jump into tonight's episode. Like I said, it's not going to be long tonight. It's just the introduction to what's to come with the new episodes for Black Girl Interrupted. So here we go with our mental health check-in. Drop in the comments, y'all. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what can I do to help you. How can I push you in the right direction? Do you need to be guided some kind of way? Please let me know because I don't want you to be alone. I promise. I know what it's like. So here we go, our mental health check-in, and then we're just gonna jump right into tonight's conversation. So here we go.
What is the common denominator of failure?
My apologies, y'all. Wrong video. Here we go.
Life will knock you between the eyes. It will catch you on the blind side, come out of nowhere, stuff you can't anticipate. That will knock the wind out of you. You want to give up. It's going to be very challenging. Whenever you decide that you want to grow, whenever you decide that you want to go to another level, all hell will break loose.
It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
We all go through problems. They don't have to overwhelm you, though. Problems don't have to take you out, though. Problems don't have to make your life miserable, though. Your problem is you go back and run to your safety net. I can't do it, help. And you're going to be running to it for the rest of your life until you get to a point where you look at life and say, you will not beat me.
It's easy to complain. It's easy to point out your circumstances. It's easy to talk about what has happened to you. It's easy to talk about your situation, what you're going through. But if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself.
Your problem is some of you are phenomenally skilled, but it is a phenomenal will that says every time I get knocked down, I will get back up and I will succeed. I will not surrender. You have something great in you. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute. It might last for an hour. It might last for a week. It might last for a day. It might last for months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, if you do not give in, it will subside.
You've got to say yes. Yes to my dreams. Yes to me. I can make it. Yes, I can. Doesn't matter how many failures I've made. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I've endured. Doesn't matter about my defeats. Doesn't matter about what I've done. I don't care about the fact I'm in a hole now. Doesn't matter about where I am. Yes, yes. The last chapter to my life has not been written yet. If you judge me now, you'll judge me prematurely. I haven't exposed all my stuff yet. I'm still in the process of transforming my life. I'm still in the process of becoming. Yes.
You are great. You are unique. You are special. You are talented. And you deserve to have everything you want. And stop listening to the people who tell you you don't. Kill the noise. What do they know? Who are they? And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. You've been through so much hell. You gonna quit now? You don't quit now. It's the 10th round. You got 2 more to go. And when you get to success, it's not about skill. When you get to a certain level of success, it's about stamina. It's about you won't break me. You can't take me. I fought too long. I fought too hard. It's too late now. You should have broke me a long time ago. I'm unbreakable now.
All right, y'all. So again, I'm doing my mental health check-in. Let me know how you're feeling. Um, Again, for those that are unfamiliar with Black Girl Interrupted, I always do a mental health check-in. I always have to jump in. I always have to make sure and check on my people. I need to make sure y'all are good. I need my fellas to know that they're not by themselves. I need my ladies to know that you don't have to suffer alone, that you do have a circle of people that, excuse me, that really, truly, genuinely care about you. So please don't sit in the dark. Please don't sit alone. Do not sit by yourself. Again, there's a village of people out here that are willing to just be the ear if you need to vent. And I understand you want to feel safe with that person, and I completely respect that. But once you find that one person that you feel safe with, please again reach out to them. Reach out. I have, the y'all, my mind is blank right now. I'm drawing a blank. I do have, excuse me, the suicide prevention crisis lifeline. Let me move this out of the way. But there is a phone number. If you don't feel safe enough to speak with anybody else, please call 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. Again, this is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. So of course I'm gonna always continue to spotlight and bring awareness to mental health because mental health is real. Your mental health your is important. Your mental health matters. So don't feel like it doesn't. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're by yourself because baby, we want you here. We want you here on this side of the land of the living. So we have a comment. Let's see. Hey, brother. Hey, Terry. He says, hey, sis. Hope you and the family are well. Absolutely. We are staying safe. I'm praying for you. I hope you and the family stay safe as Hurricane Francine makes its way down the coast. Again, I'm sending an abundance of prayers to my loved ones, to family, friends, associates, everybody that I know that is along the coast. I'm praying that you guys stay safe. Um, Reach out. If you can leave, please leave. If you are not able to leave, please stay or go try to get somewhere safe again. I pray that Francine will slow down. I pray that it causes minimal damage, of course, with the rain and the wind. But I'm praying for everyone. We want no more casualties. So on that note, like I said, y'all keep dropping in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. I love you. I want you to know you're needed. You're wanted. You are appreciated. I think you're strong. I think you're great. I think you're phenomenal. It doesn't matter whatever it is that you're going through. You're gonna make it through, regardless of what you are going. Whatever has happened yesterday, you can't change what happened yesterday. Just focus on the day and worry about bigger things for tomorrow. Because you are blessed, and you will wake up blessed, and you'll continue to be blessed. So keep believing that, and just take care of yourself. So my brother says, "Yes, ma'am, we are great, staying safe. Please keep me updated. Everyone that is on the coast, y'all let me know. Y'all check in. Make a check-in post. Let me know y'all are good." Um, so yes, yes, yes. Hurricanes are never fun, but force of nature. And that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not gonna run down that rabbit hole tonight. But anywho, pressing on and moving forward. So tonight's introduction is about family secrets. How many of us have them? Huh. So let me say this. When I sat down to really focus on what conversations I wanted to start having on Black Girl Interrupted, I told y'all I was about to dig deep. Some of the conversations, or let me say this, some of the topics that will be had within my segment of family secrets may be very triggering. I'm tapping into incest. I'm tapping into molestation. Mm. Let me take a deep breath because this could be very triggering for some. But I told y'all I was digging deep and I told y'all I was snatching the band aids off because these are conversations that we need to start having amongst ourselves. Black families love holding secrets. That have become very detrimental to the Black community. These secrets have prolonged healing amongst the victims. Let me take a deep breath because, like I said, the topics that I'm jumping into could be very triggering to some and healing to most and freedom for others. Family secrets are something that Black families are all too familiar with. The kind of secrets that are so painful and those that people often feel shame about, they would rather go to their graves than risk someone finding out about them. And we see this far too often. We see families torn apart by secrets. We've seen people unalived due to family secrets. It's time for us to pull the rug back and it's time to sweep up under those rugs. It's time to sweep the dirt from up under those rugs. In other words, it's time for healing. It's time for us to let the pain go so we could really truly being our divine selves. It is really truly time for us to heal, to genuinely know what happiness looks and feels like. So again, family secrets. How many of us have them? Again, secrets are something that Black families are all too familiar with. And I'm talking about the kind of secrets that are so painful and those that people often feel shame about. They would rather go to the grave than risk someone finding out about them. There are going to be a lot of secrets revealed that some people may or may not like. But this is my freedom. It's time for us to relinquish ourselves from these prisons that we've created for ourselves. And it starts with having conversations such as this. You know, everybody runs from these conversations for fear. They don't want to expose this facade that they've carried all these years. Because everyone has thought, oh, this is such the perfect family. Oh, you got the mom and the dad, and their 3 beautiful children, when all the while the daddy been messing with the children. But y'all not ready to have these conversations. I understand to a certain degree, but at what time do we start being ready to heal? When is the time for us to relinquish ourselves from these prisons? When is it time for us to release ourselves from these handcuffs? So yeah, some of these conversations that we're going to have may be uncomfortable for some. It may be a point where y'all don't want to expose these secrets, but it's time. It's time. So Terry says, much love, sis. Glad y'all are well and safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, brother, for thinking about me. And again, keep me updated, everybody that's on the coast or that is in the path of Hurricane Francine. Y'all keep me updated. Y'all check in. Let us know y'all are good. So, as I go into speaking about the dangers of Black family secrets, the dangers and the things that it does. So, I found a statement that says one of the most toxic problems confronting many families is the existence of secrets that prevent open communication and ultimately lead to serious health and mental health problems for family members. This is what these secrets do. And then you wonder why you're dealing with depression. You're wondering why you're dealing with your anxiety because of the trauma, the traumatic events that you've encountered, that your family has told you, don't say anything. For fear they don't want to expose that person or the people that are causing the pain amongst the family members. We need to stop that. We need to stop that. So again, we're talking tonight about family secrets. How many of us have them? That's tonight's conversation. And again, I will be jumping into some triggering conversations, but it's not to trigger or provoke, but to encourage healing, encourage you to let go of that pain, of that trauma that has held you back all these years. So here we go. Here's some information that I did find with regards to these Black secrets and why do we hold on to them.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the propensity of Black families to keep secrets and hold everything inside instead of really dealing with the issue?
I think Black families keep secrets. Keeping secrets is a part of our historical experience in this culture when you didn't tell people what was going on because you never know when they would report it to the overseer, to the slave master, and you could really get in a lot of trouble. And I think it's just kind of a cellular memory within us that you just don't tell because it puts you in danger.
How does that serve us today? Does it still protect us in some way?
Doesn't serve us at all today, but until we learn a new way of being, and until we learn that we really can speak about who we are and how we feel and what's going on, we will just continue to perpetuate the behavior that's familiar. Human beings, regardless of race or origin or economic status, human beings do what's familiar. It becomes habitual. And so it doesn't serve us, but we got to learn a new habit.
What about, is that I guess the same type of thing with black men being anti or hesitant to seek therapy or to seek help for the issues in their lives?
Well, black men, again, I believe, this is just life according to Iyanla, pay me no mind. Black men, I believe, have a cellular memory of hiding their pain. You couldn't be smart, you couldn't be honest, you couldn't be strong, you couldn't be powerful, and then to admit that you weren't those things also puts you in jeopardy. So I think many men today of color, African American men, Caribbean American men, Native American men, they just don't have the imprint and the cellular memory of what it's like to say, help me, I need help.
So I watched the Terrell Owens episode, and I was floored by it. There was so much going on. What do you think allowed both him and his father to be so open?
Well, in the Terrell Owens episode, initially his father was not open. His father said he did not want to participate. However, he lived directly across the street from the house that Terrell was born in. And I was not going to allow Terrell to be dishonored in that way. That he came back out of his life to come home to heal. And his father's going to sit on the porch and watch it and not participate. So I just helped him. I just provided him with an opportunity to support his son. And I think Terrell, the pain he was experiencing was greater than his fear of being exposed.
And the same for the father, too?
The father is old school. He's just an old school man out of Alabama. Never would have even dawned on him to speak out in the world and say, I had an affair that produced a son, and I need to claim my son. Never dawned on him. And the women in that family community story who were in a collusion of silence to protect the man, and in the process damaged the child, who happened to be Terrell.
Wow. Okay. So I guess shifting a little bit to like a more personal question, do you ever find that you take the people you work with, their problems home with you?
No. I never take them home. I never take them home because most of what I see, I've already healed. Because it's only one of three things. Somebody's not feeling loved. I've healed that. Somebody's not feeling heard or seen, and they're acting out. I've healed that. And somebody hasn't forgiven. I do that every day. Forgiveness, every day. I forgive me, I forgive you, I forgive the people that cut me off on the beltway. Forgiveness is my daily minimum requirement. My initials are IV, like, intravenous, and that's forgiveness is my daily IV.
Oh, thank God for that beautiful word from Iyanla Vanzant. I love her. So yes, so when it comes to these black family secrets, again, that's one of the most toxic problems confronting many families is the existence of secrets. And that what that does, that prevents open communication and ultimately does lead to serious health and mental health problems for family members. I can only speak for me, you know, finding out certain things about my father, you know, while he was still here, and then even hearing about things after he passed away. Um, I do say a lot of that had to do with my mental health, because when you find out things about a loved one, that changes your perspective of that person. You may still love that person, but you're looking at them totally different. And so, again, this is why I stress the fact that it is imperative that we start addressing these family secrets. You know, you look at this statement right here. Although the secret may feel like a form of protection, but ultimately the anxiety, the fear, the shame, the regret, and the guilt will start to take a toll on your body and your mind. And it will. I was talking to one of my really, really, really closest friends, and we spoke on her situation, with her father was active in her life. But because things didn't work with the mom and the dad, mom pushed dad out of the way. So dad left, you know, and mom got a new boyfriend who she eventually married, and he started violating my friend. And when she spoke out about it, her mom was like, "You're lying. You better not go and tell nobody else." So it was like when she reached out to tell her dad, and when dad confronted her mother about it, her mom shut it down and said, "Oh, you're lying. She's lying. Oh, you should see the way she dresses over here." So it's like you knew this man was violating your child, but said nothing. And this is what I mean about these secrets. You know, holding on to these secrets, it causes issues down the road. Mental issues, physical issues, emotional issues. It could cause trust issues because depending on who you're violated by, you could lose trust in men and women. I look at the R. Kelly case. Everyone forgot about the two men that testified against R. Kelly. What about them? And they held on to this secret. So when you look at how secrets come, they come in many forms, such as trauma, unhealthy behavior, or even negative beliefs about oneself. You have women out here, excuse me, that don't like the way that they look because they were told they were ugly. They were fat. Nobody's gonna want them but you. But me as I'm the only one that wants you. Nobody's gonna want you. It's manipulation at its finest. And then when you confront the person, then they try to flip it on you. That's gaslighting. You don't get a chance to invalidate my feelings. You don't get a chance to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. So this is the issue with secrets, unhealthy behavior. I hosted a panel a couple of years ago where I just spoke to men about sexual abuse. And these men became hypersexual. That's an unhealthy behavior. And that's what comes with trauma. Unfortunate events that happen, traumatic events, will cause you to have negative beliefs. They'll cause you to participate in unhealthy behavior, whether it's drinking, whether it's smoking, because you're trying to forget the pain. You're trying to numb the pain, if even for a moment. But now we need to start addressing that. We need to stop trying to mask the pain and address it and take it and attack it head on. But that's what I mean about again, I'm going to say this again, these family secrets are detrimental to the Black community. So again, those secrets come out in many forms. Trauma. You see a lot of broken homes. You see a lot of women that have multiple baby daddies, or you have men that have multiple baby mamas. Excuse me. You have men that are battling their sexuality because they were violated as a child. They were told that I'm going to make you feel good. You have women that are struggling with their sexuality. You have women that become very promiscuous. You have men that become very promiscuous. This is what happens with these family secrets. This causes broken homes. This causes the disconnect amongst family members because you have one family member who's still trying to protect the monster in the house. Instead of protecting the victim, they choose to protect the monster. You have the grandfather who has a whole nother family on the other side of town, and you don't find out about the other family until the grandfather dies. And then these secrets come out. But all the while, Mama knew about this other family. Mama was raising those kids. Those very same kids that you thought were just the neighborhood kids were really your brother and sister, were really your cousin because your papa had children with the woman that lived 2 streets away, but your grandmother knew about it and never said a word. This is what happens when you withhold secrets. You find out later on down the road that you're dating a cousin, you're dating a brother, you're dating a sister. These secrets right here. When are we going to start pulling these rugs back and sweeping the dirt from up underneath them? When are we going to start encouraging healing? When are we going to start promoting healing? When are we going to start promoting healthy relationships, healthy environments? When are we going to start showing people what love really truly looks and feels like and not have to put on a facade every day? The only way that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to address these secrets. We have to pull the wool over. We have to pull the wool off of our eyes and start addressing and stop protecting. When are we going to protect the victims? When are we going to stop and listen to the victims and stop victim shaming? That's what I want to know. Because the victims are rarely protected. And the protection should come from your loved ones, moms, dads. We need to be protecting our children instead of protecting the monsters. We see this in Black households. You see the 14-year-old child that ended up pregnant, who was sent up north to have her baby and then come back after she has the baby, only for the child to come and find the mother, only to find out that the mother and the baby share the same father. These are conversations. And I'm getting emotional just even speaking to it right now because this is what we see. These are these secrets that mom has been lying to her child about who her daddy really truly is, when all the while your father has lived across the street, or he's lived down the street, or he's lived around the corner. Look at Terrell Owens, for example. His father lived across the street, and his mother and grandmother knew and never said a word. This is what I mean when I say these secrets. It's time for them to be revealed. It's time for us to start having these conversations. Yes, they're triggering, very triggering. But in order to promote healing, you got to pull the scab off. You got to uncover it. You got to pull the rug back. You got to pull that suitcase out of the closet. Y'all know the suitcase I'm talking about. And I spoke about this a couple weeks ago. That suitcase, that ugly one, the one that we push way back to the bottom, to the back of the closet because we're not ready to address that. That's that suitcase with those dirty clothes that you have mixed in with the clean clothes. So now you don't know what's clean and now you don't know what's dirty. So that's what it's time for. That's what I'm inciting and I'm promoting healing. I want us to relinquish ourselves. Let's free ourselves from these chains, this prison that we've created. Because you know what? Withholding those secrets and not being open and able to discuss it, this is what happens. It keeps you from healing and forgiving. And forgiving is what you have to do for you. You have to take your power back. And the only way to do that is you have to heal and forgive. You have to forgive the person that hurt you. You have to forgive the person that wronged you. Forgiving promotes healing. And we need to heal. I know it's scary because we only know what pain looks like. We're comfortable with the pain because it's familiar. So I get it. It's scary. Healing is scary. And it's not overnight. Forgiving is scary. Forgiving is not overnight. And I know it makes you feel some kind of way because you're like, why am I supposed to forgive? And they're the person that hurt me. Because if you don't forgive, they still hold the power over you. And we got to take our power back. Because we want to live life vicariously. We want not vicariously. I'm so sorry. We want to live life free, away from the hurt, away from the pain. That's how we want to live. That's what we got to do. But again, it starts right here on Black Girl Interrupt the podcast by having these conversations. This is what it's about. So I want to know, here's the question. Why are we so adamant about what happens in this house stays in this house? Why is that like the motto in Black families? You better not tell nobody what goes on in this house. What happens in this house stays in this house. Why? Why? Why keep putting on a facade? Why keep pretending that we're this well-to-do family, that we're well put together, that we have no problems, when really your dad is beating on your mom and your dad sneaks in and out of his daughter's bedroom every night? And mom is protecting him because mom knows. And mom doesn't want to break up her happy home because dad is the breadwinner. Mom is a stay-at-home mom. She cooks and cleans while dad goes to work. And mom, you sit around and you watch your child be violated and you say nothing. Let's talk about the family members, that stand by and say nothing also. I look at Kirk Franklin's story when Kirk Franklin found out his biological father was really truly alive. And even to this day, his mom still denies that that's his father. All the while you have your child believing that this man is his dad when that's really not. So again, why are we so adamant about what happens in this house stays in this house? Why, again, that goes back to my previous question. Why are we not protecting the victims? Why are we not believing the victims? Why are we protecting the monster? Why are we protecting the person that has wronged one person or multiple people? Because people don't want to pull the thread that's coming loose at the seams. We need to start talking about it. More safe spaces need to be created. Because it's time for us to be free. But again, that what happens in the house stays in this house. Y'all are trying to y'all are a facade because you want people to think, "Oh my goodness, look at them. They just look so happy. Just such a beautiful family." But not knowing the wife could be getting abused, that the father could be violating a daughter, mom could be violating a son. You may have an uncle that's violating the cousins, and grandma protects him or her. Again, we're breaking free from these chains. Again, we're freeing ourselves from this jail that we've created. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know, why are we so adamant about what happens in this house stays in this house? Why? Why? I would love to hear some responses. Just let me know. Why do y'all feel like it's okay for us to keep using what happens in this house stays in this house? I think that's a model we need to get rid of. Because that's fake. We're being phony, pretending to be something we're really truly not. Because y'all want to protect the family name. That's why we're so adamant about what happens in this house stays in this house, because again, we're trying to protect the monster. We're trying to protect the person that's violating. Because again, you want to protect the family name. You wanna protect this person, you wanna do this, you wanna do that. But what about the person that's being hurt? Why are we not protecting the victim? Why are we consistently protecting these animals? It's time for us to be free. We're breaking free. That's what we're doing. We're taking our power back. We're no longer allowing these monsters to hold power over us. We're not doing that anymore. We're breaking free. We are going to live life. We're going to be happy because tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So free yourself. Stop worrying about what this person is going to think. Stop worrying about what this family member is going to say. Stop worrying about, cut them off. If they don't support your decision to expose whatever's going on in the house, to expose those family secrets, to address those family secrets, cut them off. Because they don't mean you're no good. Because anybody that wants to see you grow and heal will encourage you to sit down and have that conversation and to address those issues. But anybody that doesn't support your healing, your journey to healing, cut them off. Cut them off. Because that could be even more detrimental, to your mental health. So we've got to heal these traumas. We've got to fix these traumas. We've got to address them. We have to, again, like I say, we have to pull the rug back. We have to sweep the dust from up under the rug. It's time for us to have these types of conversations. I know, again, like I said, it could be triggering. But guess what? I'm not here to trigger. I'm here to promote and encourage healing. I'm encouraging go to therapy. I'm encouraging help to get that burden off your shoulders. For you to be the change in the family. Cut it off at your generation. Promote the healing because you don't want this to continue. You don't want this cycle to go on and on and on and on and on. So yeah, so we need to stop the what happens in this house stays in this house because you're trying to protect the loved one or you're trying to protect the image that you guys are really not living. So I guess the $1,000,000 question is what can we or how can we rewrite the narrative? Hmm. I can honestly say like we're doing right now. Like we're sitting right here having this conversation. That's how we could rewrite the narrative. We need to create bigger safe spaces. We need to have spaces where people come in and feel comfortable and don't have to worry about repercussions or the backlash. Because I want you guys to be free. I want us to change the narrative. I want us to create safe spaces for our children and the children and generations behind us to come, where they're able to sit down and they're able to speak on traumatic events or things that are going on in their household that they may not feel comfortable with speaking about with someone in their household. And we need to start taking the victim seriously. That's what we need to do. Again, this month we are ripping the band-aids off. This month we're jumping into those conversations that could be very triggering to some, freeing for others, and liberating for most. To know that you have a space where you could come in and you could speak about your trauma with no judgment, it's absolutely warranted and absolutely needed. So, y'all, I'm going to bring this to a close because, like I said, tonight was not going to be a very long episode. But tomorrow night, we're jumping into molestation. Trigger warning for some, for all. When I tell you, it is absolutely about to get as real as it could get on Black Girl Interrupted. I've dove into some deep conversations, but it's going to be even deeper. Again, it's going to be a warranted and needed and therapeutic conversation. Because again, molestation, incest, these family secrets. We have to pull the band-aids off. We have to address them. We have to promote and encourage healing. Because how else will we be better as a people if we're not healed? Do we want to keep walking around here like victims? Absolutely not. Do we want our power back? Absolutely, we do. Again, these conversations that I'm going to be bringing y'all these next few weeks, it's getting real around here. So that is the upcoming episode. Again, Black Girl Interrupted now streams live every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. I do apologize for having to reschedule the episodes for last week, but I really truly don't know where my mind was trying to get this football schedule together and trying to get my baby's band performances and then having to squeeze in my broadcast episodes. So y'all, please forgive me, charge it to my mind and not to my heart, because y'all know I love y'all. But again, Black Girl, and this is just until after February. So Black Girl Interrupted again will be streaming live every Tuesday, every Wednesday to Facebook as well as to YouTube. Please tap in with Black Girl Interrupted. You could catch Black Girl Interrupted streaming on all streaming platforms. Excuse me. Um, I was about to say something else and I really just lost my train of thought. But yes, again, tomorrow night, streaming live to Facebook as well as YouTube, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. I will be speaking about molestation. Um, Again, I will have the trigger warnings. Um, and want y'all to know that you're safe, you're protected, and you are loved over here on Black Girl Interrupted podcast. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up any longer. I do want to say I love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. Um, again, I'm switching up the format a little bit because again, I want to start doing like Talk to Me Thursdays where we just talk about, excuse me, any and everything, whether it's life events, whether it's whatever's going on in the world, whatever you've been seeing on social media. I'm gonna start doing that once a month, and then again, once a month, I will be doing my Wellness Wednesdays. Um, Again, where we just check in, where we just, you know, check on your wellness. How are you feeling mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Similar to how I do my mental health check-ins, but to another extent where we're just really fully heads on and we're just discussing your wellness, whether I'm breathing into you, whether I'm speaking into you, whatever it is that you want to call it, but encouraging, empowering, uplifting. We will do that once a month as well. So um, I do appreciate y'all checking in with your girl tonight. It was absolutely appreciated. Thank you so much for the love. Thank y'all so much for always supporting Black Girl Interrupted. Excuse me. Um, and just being with me along my journey and the ups, the downs, the highs, and the lows. So on that note, I just want to say I love you guys. Again, I will see y'all Wednesday, same time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. Again, you can catch up with all live episodes again on Facebook as well as YouTube, or you can catch me on all streaming platforms, Google, Spotify, Apple. Just type in Black Girl Interrupted and it'll take you where you need to be. So on that note, I just want to say I love you guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a beautiful day. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. Again, same time, same place. Holla.